The LGBTI community in Zimbabwe faces many struggles, from access to healthcare, stereotypes from the community, and community perceptions. In this week's episode, we look at the life of a trans woman who is transitioning from being a man to a woman, the struggles that they face, how they grew up, how the community viewed them, how the family accepted it. So take a listen and enjoy the journey of a trans woman in Bulawayo.
My name is Trans number 101, and I am a transgender woman from Bulawayo. This is just my transitioning journey and the challenges that I've faced starting from the beginning, not from childhood to now, to the stage that I'm in now.
How has been the journey so far transitioning?
It hasn't been easy, looking at the stigma from at home and the workspaces, institutions like schools, healthcare institutions, just generally in the community that I live in.
Yeah. Let's get back to the community that you live in. What are they saying in terms of the community? Now transitioning from being a man to a woman. What is the community saying where we're coming from?
It's always the whole law, it's a mental health issue that should be addressed, or it's usually associated with into zamadlozi ukuthi ayi why nathwasanga vele ka-one samrespekta njengogogo, you know. Most people refer to back in the days when most people would say umuntu or maybe or transgender or gay uledlozi.
Yeah. Also, how have you tried to overcome those talks? You know, people say, this is about you, this is about you, they see you walking there. How have you tried to maintain who you are and remain as who you are?
So the best way to deal with the backlash from the community is usually to ignore. And I think sometimes trying to do good by everyone, show them your good side. Because someone once said, kill them with kindness. The more they see how you are not a threat or a harm to them, then the more they'll understand that you're an individual or you're a human being surviving as them. Yeah.
But also now going to clinics, hospitals, how is the treatment for a trans woman? How are they adapting you there?
It's not easy because you become public display. The minute you step into the clinic and people will be seeing the side of you, and then you go to a certain nurse or doctor or whoever is going to attend to you, the minute they know this is who you are, you become public display. They start creating stories, they start making assumptions about you. So it's not nice. That's why I feel like most of my brothers and sisters out there avoid going to the clinic to a point where they die at home. And some of them, they resort to izinyanga or izangoma, things like those. And we all know our results from those things.
So what can you say in terms of healthcare practitioners who are in Bulawayo? If you're dealing with abantu who are transitioning, what should be done?
I think just treat someone as an individual, like it's the same human being that you treat every day. Don't look beyond their identity, and just look at the person as just a patient who's coming in to seek a service. And because I doubt which of those people would spend the rest of their lives here with you. They're just there for even maybe 3 minutes or less than that. You continue with the rest of your life, and they don't even disturb anything around you. They're not even there to steal from you, or they're not even there to challenge your workspace. So if you treat people equally. All right, so I think my journey began in high school. That's when I understood, okay, this is the person that I am. When I had a chance to reflect back at where I was coming from and the stage where I was at, understanding, okay, this is how others are probably maturing, and this is how different. I'm in a different space, right? That's when I took it upon myself to say, okay, one day I will affirm fully with who I am.
What did you see that was different kuwe and kwabanye futhi esikole?
I think the issue of attraction, one. Two, the issue of identity, right? Like, how do you want to be addressed? How do you want to be treated? How do you want to be identified? Exactly, yeah. So that I feel like that's one push that actually pushed me to actually transition.
And family acceptance, how did family accept it?
Family at Uncle Show,
Yeah.
and because it's one of the things that we don't usually talk about, but it's things that they knew. Okay, this is who you are. You're different, and you don't want to be on this table. So you're probably not today, not tomorrow, but one day you will be comfortable in your skin. So it's things that they don't talk about. It's things that it's that topic Liana is sacred.
Yep. At school, growing up at school, the games, boys will always be boys, soccer and so on and so on. But how did you fit in there?
I never used to play any game.
Yeah.
I was at school. I was one of the loudest, but I feel like in all the circles I was in, they'd understand it. All right, you're different. You're in the space. This is you. This is who you are. I was part of the school magazine club. I was part of the public speaking club, and I was part of the school choir. So in those spaces in Angiwo, it's whether you're a boy or a girl, you fit in. Yeah. So I feel like the main issue that most trans people go through is the use of public restrooms. Most trans men struggle with using public restrooms because most of them are Ntalama urinal, and you are not yet fully transitioned, or you now have a penis to stand and pee. So it becomes a struggle, and then it also becomes a struggle for trans women who would, okay, which bathroom do you use or which restroom do you use when you're in a public space? That's one of the biggest issues. That's one of the biggest problems. And we've had people being bullied and in public spaces because of that. All right. And then we also have the issue of relationships. Who do you date? Being a transgender doesn't mean I'm attracted to men. Being a transgender doesn't mean I'm attracted to women. I can be bisexual. I can be my sexual orientation is not aligned to my gender. I can be someone else. All right. So there is always the issue of, but you transitioned and became a woman. Why are you now dating other women? I'm bisexual. That's my gender identity and my sexual orientation are two different things.
Maybe we can break it down to people who are watching this. What do you mean by saying I'm bisexual?
Attracted to more than one gender identities. Yeah.
It can be a man, it can be a woman.
It can be a man, it can be a woman, yes. So there's gender identity, there's sexual orientation. Those are two different things. And people usually mix them up. That's where the problem becomes.
So what do you want to see change in terms of being healthcare, societal norms? What do you want to see change?
I honestly just want to see people being treated as people, right? Treat me as a person, treat me as the next person that you're probably going to meet now and forget in the next few minutes, right? Unless if you want to step into my space, be my friend, that's when maybe you can try to understand more about me so that you don't offend me in the process.
Yep. So in terms of family, let's compare to family. When you discover yourself, this is not me. I'm trapped in this. What does family? What do you say to the family?
I think you decide to have the conversation or ignore. Sometimes you can choose to ignore. It's not a problem. You're not forced to come out to anyone. You're not forced to explain to anyone. Yes, maybe family, but you're still not forced to explain to anyone. You understand? It's a matter of choice. It's a matter of having options. Did they choose to come to you and tell you, you know what, I'm a woman and I want to get married to that man? No, they didn't, because that's who they are. And that's who you are also.
If you look at other trans women in Bulawayo in particular, what are the struggles that are going through?
I think the issues that I spoke about, the issue of using public restrooms, the issue of going to public spaces, how they're treated in public spaces.
The last words in terms of how do you accept abantu or transitioning?
I mean, I feel like just treat us as people, as we treat you. Just love us.